Yeah, what's the problem? Why do you think people have a problem with magicians?
Well, I think
is
when
it
people
just
hear
is it just in the
magician-
church world? Is it like outside of that people have a problem with magicians?
Well, I kind of think magicians kind of have the same like jam as clowns. You know, people sometimes
Wait,
don't like
no,
that.
please, no, do not compare magicians and clowns. Clowns are horrible and scary.
I'm not a
and
fan.
They attack people,
It's the
and
red lip.
magicians are fun and entertaining.
You are.
Welcome to The Gathering Greenhouse, a podcast to help us grow together. I'm Steve.
I'm Rebecca.
And you have a pretty awesome Sunday to talk about in the
we
kids
had a lot
area.
of fun. Yeah, it was
And
great.
Some information about what's coming up.
Some secret information
Secret?
that you can't tell your kids.
Okay. What if I already told my kids?
Well, then you would be a disloyal and a betrayer.
I didn't really know what was coming up, but
Well, I've been
I
a
do
little
know
cryptic about
now
it.
what's coming up this Sunday.
Yeah.
So, well, let's start out. We were in a new location.
Yep.
We were at Centerville for the first time. And I mean, I'm a little biased, but I feel like it went very well. It
I
went
think so
smooth.
too. It was pretty smooth.
Yeah.
I think that we got lucky because the lobby just kind of makes sense.
Right.
You know, if you want to go to kids, go to the left. It's easy.
Yeah. So if you were a parent or you have grandkids coming there, the whole process went pretty seamlessly as far as getting kids checked in and going back. But we did have one small heat wave.
A little
They
bit.
had an issue with the air conditioners there,
It's
but
a little toasty.
it was. But once they got it going, the kids areas were very comfortable.
Yeah, I think so too. And my team was like amazing. Like they did not care that it was hot. I mean, we all were hot. We were. My hair got like 3 inches shorter while we were there. But and so did they. I mean, we were sweating.
Right.
But they just did it. They just jumped in and did it, and they made it all work, and it was great.
Awesome. So, let's talk a little bit about the Super Sunday that you had. Yeah. Well, this past Sunday, we'll say, because we're taping this different times. This past Sunday, tell us about the
we had
activity.
Well, we did a little bit of just like doing a TikTok dance, which I don't know. Do you know this Forrest Frank?
Oh yeah, my kids have.
Ever.
Yes, my kids have shown me the TikTok
dance.
John,
So we did that.
John is doing it right now.
Oh man, I gotta learn it because I thought I knew it and I don't apparently. But
just ask my daughter; she'll teach you.
Teach me. My
she
daughter's
would love
like,
to teach
"Oh,
you.
mom, we're gonna have to practice." I'm like, "Okay." But so we had that, and we did just a little bit of fun stuff because our illusionist, we're gonna call him, was over with
and
the little kids.
why are we calling him an illusionist?
Because people are sensitive about the magician thing. The word magician.
People are sensitive
They
about
are.
something?
They are.
I thought that everybody just got along and agreed.
No, I had I kind of expected a few comments.
Yeah, what's the problem? Why do you think people have a problem with magicians?
Well, I think when people hear
is it just in the
magician-
church world? Is it like outside of that people have a problem with magicians?
Well, I kind of think magicians kind of have the same like jam as clowns. You know, people sometimes
Wait,
don't like
no,
that.
please, no, do not compare magicians and clowns. Clowns are horrible and scary.
I'm not a fan.
They attack people,
It's the
and
red lip.
magicians are fun and entertaining.
You are stereotyping clowns. They attack people.
Yes,
Attack
they're
clowns.
evil.
That's what we're having next. I'm kidding. We're not having attack.
We're
clowns.
bringing clowns in.
Yeah.
Everyone stay at home. Do not come.
Run. Rebecca's trying to get a day off. The crowd.
Would you dress as a clown if we had a clown day?
No, because I'm terrified of clowns and I love kids, and I don't want to terrify any little babies. Yeah. So we had.
I'm picturing
our
a clown
illusionist.
face on you right now.
I got the hair already, right?
No.
Just dye it red for the day.
You need something better. You need something better.
Like what?
Because your hair looks too nice right now.
Like a rainbow wig?
Yeah,
Is that what
something
you're
like
thinking?
that. That would be good.
Great. Only if everyone else.
There's a
on staff also wears
reason
one.
they phased Ronald McDonald out of McDonald's.
For real, he's so scary. And you know those benches
Yes.
where he's sitting there with. I'm like, no thanks, Ronald
Creepy.
McDonald. I
Very
don't want to
creepy.
sit by
Well,
you.
I'm glad that clowns are not part of the Super
Me
Sundays.
too.
'Cause
I'm not a fan of the clowns.
I would come down with COVID that day.
Anyway, well, so we had a illusionist,
Yeah.
and he was great. He did
Yeah.
some stuff I didn't get to see, but I hear it was a lot of
so-
it was awesome.
Right. But illusionist to me sounds worse than magician.
Does it? Because it's deceitful?
Yeah, like and magician, I just think of like, pulling a rabbit out of a hat. Illusionist seems more like they're trying to like trick you. So
Well,
maybe is it the other way around? Because I don't get why people are offended by that.
I actually talked to the illusionist about this, and
Yeah,
he was
what was his thoughts?
He was like so over it, He's like, yeah, he goes, well, he said like, is it deceitful when a woman wears makeup? Because she's not actually showing her.
And you're like, dude, you do not. You need to stop there. You can't.
But,
yes, and please do not ever use that comparison ever again. That is not going to go over well.
He is who he is. He's not worried about all that stuff,
right.
But yeah, so I think when people think illusionist or magician or a wizard, they think of darkness.
Yeah.
And this was not a dark human. This was a guy who was using The Incredibles to teach kids a lesson about Jesus.
I'm still stuck on the comparison of women wearing makeup. It's like,
he's not wrong.
Yeah. Well, he could have maybe used like contact lenses.
He said that to me on the phone.
That you can see.
Like, in fairness, he said it to me on the phone, not to anybody else. But he did. Right. He did say about it. But yeah, I think what he does is really neat, and I actually think it's a gift. Like, who can just like make it look like he had a coin and he had a pretend coin.
Yeah.
And he threw it to one of the kids in the audience, and they caught it, and then he had him throw it back, and he had like this little handkerchief, and the fake coin goes clink in the handkerchief. Like,
that's cool.
How do you do that? And you could see it hit the like, how do you do that? That's amazing. So yeah.
So, but he never explained how he did it.
No,
so
I
maybe it was something strange. Is it possible?
I'm not sure.
Trickery?
It was a red handkerchief. I'm impressed. Like, how'd you do that?
I heard great things from the kids. Sounds like they loved it.
I think
something
so.
about a rabbit that was like a big hit.
Yeah, I didn't see it. Darn it! Because I was going and doing something. Who knows what?
I'm sure he wouldn't have let you tape his show. Copyright infringement.
Maybe not. And also wouldn't tell me how he did anything, but I tried.
You tried?
Yeah, he said no.
I
asked him, when we get to heaven, do you think I get to know? Because I'd love to know, like, how you do this.
I'm sure if we offer him a little bit of money, he would tell us.
Down here?
Yeah.
So when we get to heaven,
everybody's got a price on that. Like, he'd have to be willing to share at some point. Well, just like, could we, take you out to lunch, or do we have
buy
to
you a Starbucks?
Yeah, like what level are you going to tell us the secrets?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we did a magic show for the first Super Sunday.
Yes.
Then this coming week, we have some other cool stuff, but not Super Sunday stuff, not like Super Sunday Kids stuff, because we won't be at Centerville High School. So we want to move around as much as possible while we're out of the building.
Right, to make it confusing.
Make things as confusing as possible.
We live to serve.
So we have another location we're going to be at. So 3 Sundays in a row, we're in a different spot. So this Sunday will be the church picnic. It's still going to be a not miss Sunday. You're not going to want to miss it.
Yeah, it'll be fun.
And there will be stuff for kids, maybe just not kids programming, but we're going to have
games and stuff. Yeah.
We have probably one of the best setups for one of the best spaces, although there's not going to be a ton of shade where the kids' games are. We had more shade last year.
So sunblock.
Definitely sunblock will be needed for the kids. Or we're going to have a big tent for shade for people who need to get out of the sun.
Yeah.
But the kids' play area is definitely.
Kids are immune to sun. They don't care if it's hot. Yeah. They just want to play.
Right.
For the most part.
So we're going to have a bunch of games there for them. We're going to have tons of food. We were just talking to I was just talking to Jeremy, who's organizing that this morning, and
he's on food duty.
Yeah, and this year's like so hard to guess of how much to make. So there's a high chance there's going to be lots of leftovers. Okay. So of like all kinds of good stuff. So we're doing pulled pork, pulled chicken, hot dogs, mac and
fancy.
cheese, green beans. So like you're going to be guaranteed that. Like so, if that's all we
starve.
had, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah,
Like, good for you guys.
And then all the other just stuff that people are bringing that's great every year, like
Yeah.
the sides and desserts that people
I haven't
bring.
decided what I'm bringing yet. You don't bring anything, do you?
I
too
don't
busy?
know because
Yeah.
it's just I'm up super early getting things ready. I just have, and the night before I'm getting text messages and phone calls, and I gotta show up, and tell them where to put the tent, and organize the baptismal
Yeah,
tank
kudos
stuff.
to you. I mean, this is hard work.
Yeah.
I mean, what you're doing. So it's always so great.
Yeah.
And by the way, my husband lives for the dessert. He loves this.
Yeah.
He loves like
Yeah.
a church, like, like dessert thing. He loves
Yeah.
this stuff.
We're gonna have plenty because we always have way too much, but this year we're gonna be probably the closest to the right amount of desserts because we've had so much to communicate. Like we literally had like probably a 40% drop in signups, and that's okay because we usually have twice as many desserts as we can handle.
Yeah.
And we can always send someone to Kroger pick up 500 cookies or whatever we got to do.
So if you're leaning toward side or dessert, you should go more side.
I would say if you're leaning towards the two, probably dessert, just because we didn't buy any extra desserts.
Okay.
I'd probably
Good.
lean that
People
way.
love to make
It's the
dessert.
only time you'll probably hear me say that because
Usually it's sides.
Oh yeah, because usually we have way more desserts than we can handle.
Yeah.
Like we're filling a car full of desserts and donating them somewhere.
Yeah.
And that's
So,
usually what it is.
They like us on church picnic day where we're bringing all this stuff.
So that is another cool factor is all the food goes to the Hope House, and it's a really cool organization. They help people in their community. They have a shelter there, so it's a good thing.
It's
so,
nice. I've heard great things about
Yep.
that. Yeah.
All the food they'll take all of it.
Do we
so-
warn them? Hey, we're gonna.
Oh yeah, we always that's part of what the team that organizes it. We make sure and contact them, and we have someone drop it off.
That's
and-
great.
yeah.
I know that makes everybody feel good. That's
Right,
bringing
yeah.
things too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but don't forget, you're going to be getting a reminder from me this week. But if you're listening, we have no way of. They won't let us use the kitchen, so we have no way of
Oh.
cleaning anything.
Uh-huh.
So you're going to get your it's better to bring disposable stuff because we can just throw it out.
Gotcha.
But if you we will just hand you back your item gross.
Yeah. We're not gonna rinse
We
it for you
can't.
this
We
time.
can't rinse it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Everybody will be all right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's continue our Super Sunday.
Okay, I'm
What can
excited.
you I'm gonna try to get you to spill the beans here.
Well, I sort of have to spill the beans.
Okay, because
but I'm
to
gonna
me this
ask.
is the one I was the most excited about.
this coming up.
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right, parents and grandparents and whoever.
Yeah.
If you please do not tell your kids. Please.
I had someone say,
I will tell
"Hey,
you-
what's the cutoff age?" It was an adult, and I'm like, "Well, you could go back there, but I'm going to need a background check
Yeah.
right now
We
because
want- you can't just come back.
let
No.
especially
No
at the,
randos and
right.
kids.
That's what I said. You can claim being a kid, but I still need to background check you.
Right. We still have to know that you're not a criminal. That'd be
Right.
great.
Yeah.
Yes. So parents and associated
Yeah.
with small humans, keep this under your lid. But
Yeah.
on the 6th, there's going to be animals.
Okay. So when you say animals, I'm
not going to tell you
won't
about
tell
which
me what
ones.
kind of-
Nope. I'm not going to tell you what kind of animals.
can you tell us is there gonna be a large variety, and how big do the animals get? Can I ride one?
Well, there will be no
can I hold them in my
donkeys
hands?
or zebras. Anything
Okay.
that poops big, it's not going to be.
Okay.
But it'll be smaller animals. But
What about
but
a
if your kid,
baby camel?
wouldn't that be amazing though? That would be amazing. Baby elephant. I'm gonna see if he's got that. He might have that. But
Can we get a baby tiger?
can we get piranha in a tank? Can we get that? I'm not sure exactly which animals will be
Yeah.
here, but they will not be large. And if you have a child that has
You don't know
animal
exactly
allergies,
what
you
animals
might.
are coming.
I did not give a directive on that. They said,
Okay.
"Do you have a preference?" And I said, "Surprise us."
The coolest ones that you have.
Yeah, bring us all the good
I
stuff.
want something crazy.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, everyone
gonna
gets
love it.
excited about
Yeah.
these except for me because I'm like, no thanks. Like, I don't want to hold anything.
Snake?
I don't.
You don't want a snake?
No, I do not. I will not.
I think they're cool.
I can't
I
do
like
it.
snakes.
I've tried and I was trying to be like the good kids pastor.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold this thing. Couldn't do it. I was like, nope. I'll see ya.
You said no snakes specifically?
No, I did not.
Okay.
I did not because I'm a good kids pastor.
Whenever they come with those things, there's pretty much always a snake involved.
Yeah, I'm sure there probably is one.
Yeah.
But I will not be touching it.
One of my favorite ones I ever went to had a baby lemur. And I felt like I was doing something illegal when I was touching it. Like,
do they have the big old eyes?
Oh yeah. This thing was like, I was like holding its hands. It has like the softest feeling hands, and it was like grabbing my finger like a branch.
Oh, bless it.
It was amazing. Like, and there wasn't hardly anybody there, like talking to the guy. So I just spent as much time like
holding the
touching
lemur.
it and playing,
Bless
like,
it.
because I felt like I had broken into a zoo and was like hanging out with the animal. It felt illegal. It totally felt like
you
this
were
should not
smuggling
be happening.
it or
Yeah,
something.
like I was an animal. I was part of an animal smuggling ring.
Well, don't you also have a monkey aversion? Isn't that you?
A monkey
aversion? Because I'm scared. I do not like monkeys. I do not, and I never will.
You're right. Yes,
because they steal things.
David likes to make fun of me about it
does
because
he?
I spent some time in India, and they do have. They also have monkeys in Ocala, where my family is from. They actually have wild monkeys.
No kidding.
Yes. So the story goes is they. There's a place called Silver Springs. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was like before Disney and all that stuff. It was like a kind of like a zoo, natural wildlife. They had some amusement park rides, but it was like a big deal probably in the 20s, 30s, and then it's not operating anymore. But they bought monkeys called Reese's monkeys, or Reese's monkeys, something like that, and they put them on an island there because they thought they couldn't swim because there's monkeys who won't go in the water. Well, these ones can
swim,
and they got off the island and they populated. And I don't know if they just can't capture them or don't want to or what, but now they live there in Ocala.
I'm never going to
Springs.
Ocala.
Yeah,
no, thank
so
you.
there's that. And then when I was in India, they had like the monkeys were like they had bars on all the windows because they would come in and like they would like take your like window and like slam it and.
Monkeys are
then
way
they had
too smart
like
for me.
Ones that were like they called them snow monkeys. I don't know if his name, but they were big and they'd come in packs and they were wild looking.
They're like gangs,
big teeth.
Like,
yeah, I saw
they
them a
had
couple
big
times.
teeth?
Oh yeah, they were scary.
No, I can't.
They were scary.
There will be none of those. I'm going to clarify in my email. Say, hey, please don't bring any monkeys.
Right.
We do not want them. Yeah. So there's that.
Right.
And then on the 13th,
don't you want like if they had the Indiana Jones monkey?
No.
You wouldn't want that kind?
No, you know what the worst ones? The ones with the red backsides. Do you know what I'm talking about? I'm like, no, thank you. So you are weird and no. Baboon? It's a baboon.
A baboon, yeah.
No, thank you.
Those are too. Why? That's a good question for God. Why
those
are monkey butts so weird?
Yes.
Why are they so strange?
And then they have the big teeth.
What is the purpose?
Yes, the things you ask in heaven. That's going to be our theme of our podcast. Things to ask in heaven.
What is the purpose?
Yes.
Okay, so animals were guaranteeing a baby camel and a baby elephant.
No, we are not. No. It'd be something cute.
Just whole miniature circus would be great.
Right. Okay. We'll see. I don't know. It'd be a surprise for me too.
Yeah. Okay.
But if your kid does have allergies, let us know. We usually have.
My kid has allergies, but he'll be fine. We'll just bring the Benadryl. They have like a little liquid Benadryl thing.
Okay. I will get some of those just in case.
Yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
They have the little liquid ones. He just drinks it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I didn't know they make those. So
he's highly allergic to like all kinds of animals.
Really?
He's
I can't do like dogs or cats. Both of them are. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's that.
Yeah.
And then the 13th, I don't know how to describe this one.
Okay, you're going to tell us something or you're just going to give us hints?
I already told you about the 6, but I don't know how to describe this, so you're not going to get much on this one.
Yeah.
But this is they're flying in from like Florida, from Austin, Texas.
Okay.
And they are, how to explain it? I'll tell you that the guy who's running it used to be an NBA mascot.
Okay.
And so that should tell you a lot about what you know. But this is a ministry. I mean, we're going to obviously disciple and evangelize our kids. Yeah. So they're coming in, and I don't even know how to describe it.
Okay.
It's called Epic.
Yeah.
And I've seen pieces of this when I went to a convention.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh,
Was
I
it
hope
epic?
one day God blesses me and I get to have these people come to.
Yeah.
And he did. I mean, because here they're
cool.
coming. Yeah. They're awesome. And I
Okay.
can't wait to see them. And then the last week, which is the 20th.
Yeah.
We're going to have a guy that we've had here before twice at church.
Okay.
And the teenagers love him and the young middle schoolers love him. But we're gonna
I
be
know who he is.
Introducing him to our kids.
It actually, his name kind of rhymes with or is very, very close to a side for the church picnic.
Okay. Is it an orange side?
It is an orange side.
Or yellow.
Not that anyone listening would even know.
Yes. No, they
He
wouldn't.
might be the mac and cheese.
But he's a very colorful human, and we're just gonna let him do
He's
his
great.
thing. Yeah.
He's great.
So those are our time. We're gonna have a ball. Kids are not real hard to please in general, but I think all of these things are gonna be like they're gonna love it, and that's why we planned it. So, yeah.
Okay.
That's what we're doing. But don't tell the kids, people. Please no.
All right. Well, we're looking forward to that. So let's just give a quick rundown. So this coming Sunday, church picnic, come hungry, bring a lawn chair, wear some sunscreen, and make sure you spend some time just getting to know some people.
Yes,
That's
and
a
we're
great
having
way.
baptisms that day.
And baptism. So
I know
if
there's
you-
several of my kids being
it's-
baptized.
So someone asked me, you can sign up on Church Center. The link is still on there to sign up for baptism, or just shoot us a message.
Yeah.
Any one of
Contact
us.
one of us,
Yeah,
yeah.
any one of us would be happy to help with that.
Yes.
So, church picnic. Then 3 weeks in a row, we have a little bit of same location.
Yes.
We'll be at Centerville High School. So just by the time we get used to being there, then we're going to go back to
Right.
the building on Yankee, and the worship center will be all done, and the lobby will be all done, and it's going to look amazing.
I can't wait to see it myself. It's fun
Yeah.
to watch it,
It is.
transform in front of our
Yep.
eyes. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And I can't wait till some more Super Sundays, but we
I'm
have to
ready for
now. We have to
church
wait a
picnic,
couple
too.
weeks. So
Yeah, we'll be all right.
all right. Well, until we see you again, keep it real, keep it rooted, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.
Bye-bye.